Did you know there are powerful foods hidden in your kitchen, capable of naturally and incredibly simply destroying intestinal worms? It's astonishing how few people talk about this topic today, considering that worm infestations are still common and can cause serious health problems. If you thought worms were a concern of the past, it's time to open your eyes to a reality that is more present than you might imagine. The risk of having parasites is higher in certain areas and situations than you might think. Places like daycares, schools, and even your workplace can increase your chances of contracting parasites. This is because these places may have a higher concentration of parasites due to inadequate treatment of human or animal waste. Additionally, if you don't follow proper hygiene practices or have a weakened immune system, the risk also increases. And let's not forget about our beloved pets, who can be a source of parasites, since these organisms and their eggs often live on the animal's fur. It is crucial to be aware of these personal risk factors to take preventive measures against parasitic infections in the future. The constant feeling of fatigue, hair loss, recurring anemia, all these symptoms can be caused by worms in your intestines or even in other parts of the body, as these parasites can migrate to places like the lungs and the brain, further compromising your health. But don't worry, there are nutrient-rich foods that can help combat these worms and improve your health daily. However, it is important to make some dietary changes to properly cleanse parasites, as using anti-parasitic cleansing improperly can have undesirable consequences for your health. With this in mind, I decided to create this video to share with you and your family valuable tips on how to get rid of worm infestations. At the end of the video, I'll share a recipe for a super powerful anti-worm juice that you can make at home for a 7-day detox. Welcome to the Vita Intestinal channel, where we are a team dedicated to intestinal health. Let's explore together how to keep our intestines healthy, identify signs of intestinal problems, and learn how to prevent them. Plus, you'll find videos on treatments, healthy habits, and natural tips to improve your intestinal health and overall well-being. Take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you are interested in content like this. This helps YouTube understand that you care about your intestinal health and want to receive our videos so that you don't miss any updates. Sharing with friends and family is also a way to help save lives, especially those who don't have access to this information. After all, intestinal health, including the balance of the gut microbiota, known as gut flora, has a significant impact on our overall health. Every week, we as doctors see patients with worm infestations who never imagined having parasites in their bodies. They present symptoms such as chronic fatigue, abdominal pain, bloating, and gas. Sometimes people go through various doctors without discovering what is causing their symptoms. Have you ever had those persistent health problems like dizziness, ringing in the ears, malaise, or hair loss, and no doctor could identify the cause? If you're taking lots of vitamins, supplementing with iron, and still not feeling better, you might be dealing with a worm infestation. Today, there are many different types of worms that affect people, and this is not limited to those living in rural areas or in the northeastern regions of the country. Worm contamination can occur daily in various ways, whether through food, eating out, consuming poorly washed foods, or even by coming into contact with contaminated surfaces like the phone we take into the bathroom. There are over 100 types of worms that can affect humans, and sometimes it can be difficult to identify if someone at home is experiencing these symptoms. One of the most common is Ascaris lumbricoides, popularly known as roundworm. It can cause abdominal pain, intestinal obstruction, and gas problems. Some people experience alternating symptoms between diarrhea and constipation, meaning one day the intestines work normally and the next day they are blocked. Something important and little known is that Ascaris can migrate to the lungs, where it goes through a phase of its life cycle. Did you know that worms in the body can cause a dry cough? Sometimes people think it's just an allergy or a mold problem at home, but it could be due to the presence of worms. In some cases, worms can be identified through a chest X-ray, but they are not always visible. A well-trained doctor is needed to recognize these signs.
Discover the key to a worm-free life and a healthy gut with our innovative ebook, Natural Deworming Protocol. Dive into a variety of effective strategies and insights to eliminate worms for good. This complete guide offers safe deworming methods for adults, children, and pets, in addition to using the lunar calendar to obtain better results, among other bonuses. Don't wait any longer. Click the link in the description to get your ebook now and start your journey to a life free from parasitic worries.
When we undergo treatment for worms, symptoms usually improve. This happens because some worms, like Ascaris, go through a phase in the lungs. Another well-known worm is Enterobius vermicularis, also called pinworm or threadworm, which causes itching in the anal region. If you're experiencing itching in this area, it could be a sign of a worm infestation. But Enterobius isn't limited to causing anal itching. It also feeds on your nutrients in the intestines, meaning that even if you eat well and take vitamins, these nutrients might be going directly to the worms. Another worm to mention is Trichuris trichiura, known as whipworm, which can cause chronic diarrhea, abdominal pain, and in severe cases, even malnutrition. Taenia solium, a type of parasite, represents a significant health risk to humans. When this parasite infests the body, it can trigger a serious condition known as cysticercosis, where its larvae can migrate to vital organs, including the brain. A real case that vividly illustrates the dangers of cysticercosis is that of a patient I recently treated who developed the condition in her eyes, an alarming situation that seriously threatens her vision. The larvae of the parasite cause such severe eye inflammation that she is on the brink of losing her sight. Unfortunately, in some cases, removing the worm from the eye is impossible, making treatment even more complex and challenging. Additionally, it's important to highlight that some parasitic worms have the ability to form blockages in the intestines. These blockages can obstruct the passage of food, causing unpleasant symptoms like persistent diarrhea and colitis, a painful inflammation of the intestines. It's concerning to think that many people diagnosed with colitis or intestinal inflammation may actually be suffering from a parasitic infestation. The diversity and severity of health problems associated with parasitic worms are impressive and require careful attention. Therefore, it's essential to be aware of the risks and symptoms related to parasitic infestations and seek specialized medical help at the first sign of trouble. But let's get straight to the point. What really matters are the foods that can help combat these problems. If you have family members experiencing symptoms like recurring anemia, hair loss, and skin problems, it's important to pay attention to this video and share it because it can make all the difference in their lives and yours. One essential food you should include in your diet is carrots. Consume them at least 3 to 4 times a week. I regularly prepare detox juices with carrots. Carrots are excellent for fighting worms due to their beta-carotene content, a powerful antioxidant that benefits the skin, hair, and cell quality of the body. Additionally, beta-carotene converts to vitamin A in the body, strengthening the immune system and combating intestinal worms. The fibers found in carrots also help remove worms from the intestines, facilitating their elimination through the stool. The second food that can help is pumpkin seeds, preferably raw. When we buy pre-roasted seeds, we don't know how they were prepared, if they were with oil, for example. So roast them in the oven. In a study published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences in 2016, researchers found that pumpkin seed extracts helped reduce the number of parasite eggs and adult parasites. Pumpkin seeds contain a substance called cucurbitacin, which is toxic to worms, paralyzing them in the intestines, making the body eliminate them naturally, helping to get rid of worm infestations. Another food you should consider is garlic. Garlic is known for its antimicrobial and antiparasitic properties, making it an excellent ally in the fight against worms. Consuming raw garlic can help eliminate parasites from the intestines. However, it's important to be aware that eating raw garlic can leave a strong breath. If that concerns you, try cutting it into small pieces and swallowing it with water like pills, or adding it to a raw salad, which also works. Finally, an anti-worm juice for a 7-day detox. Mix 2 medium carrots, 1 apple, 1 tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds, 2 cloves of garlic, and 1 glass of water. Blend everything in a blender until smooth, and drink it in the morning on an empty stomach. This juice will help eliminate worms and improve your intestinal health. But remember, it's always important to consult a doctor before starting any treatment, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions. Share this video with friends and family, and subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness tips. Let's take care of our intestinal health together and live a healthier and happier life.